Among Florida's large Cuban-American population, the rallying cry of Free Cuba has long been a call for democracy on the communist-run island. Following anti-government protests in Cuba, those calls are growing as the exiled community across the US show support for Cubans facing the worst economic crisis in decades.
It doesn't matter whether you're born in Cuba, Cuban-born or U.S. born. If you're Cuban heritage and you love Cubans, because I know a lot of Colombians, Venezuela, and a lot of people that love Cuba, you got to understand what's going on and you have to support this. We are lucky to be able to do this here.
Emotions are running so high in Miami that some activists loaded up boats with supplies, planning to make the treacherous journey across the Florida Straits to Cuba. The U.S. Coast Guard has warned against illegal crossings. The U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security, ALEJANDRO MAYORKAS, fled Cuba as a child and warned those potentially planning to leave Cuba not to come.
Migrants who do attempt to enter the United States by sea put their lives at incredible risk. The waters in the Straits of Florida in the Caribbean are dangerous, especially now as we have entered hurricane season. People will die.
Miami's Mayor Francis SUAREZ is calling for military intervention, saying the U.S. has an obligation to stand with the people of Cuba.
They've shut down the internet, they've shut down electricity, and they've gone out to the street to beat and to harm those who are protesting peacefully for freedom and liberty in their country.
Outside the White House, too, Cuban-Americans are calling on the Biden administration to help. Military intervention isn't likely to happen, but Cuba's actions are being condemned.
Communism is a failed ideology, and we certainly believe that. It has failed the people of Cuba. They deserve freedom. They deserve a government that supports them, whether that is making sure they have health and medical supplies, access to vaccines, or whether they have economic opportunity and prosperity.
The demonstrations in Florida and across the country look likely to continue, even as the pressure on the Biden administration to directly help the Cuban people grows. What Cuban Americans see then is an opportunity, one that hasn't presented itself in decades. Many here who have family on the island say if the Cuban people are brave enough to take to the streets, then the US government should back them. What form that takes is unknown, but the refrain here is the time to help is now. Gallacher, Al Jazeera, Miami, Florida.